It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Salt Lake City as the Jazz go up against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. We'll get to see Ricky Rubio on the court tonight. The guy can be a magician with the basketball. One of the most exciting passers in the league. Guys both past and present. Who are some of the players who were the most fun to watch pass the basketball? Shaq?
Well, I played with one of them in Miami. Helped me get a championship. Jason White Chocolate Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I went to school where another one went to school. Pistol Pete Maravich was also very fabulous. But last one, Ernie, Steve Nash. Played with him in Phoenix also, those three guys.
You reckon there were any times, Shaq, in practice that you got, you just didn't see a pass coming?
Oh, no.
Took it right in the nose? Oh, come on. I'm sure you did. Everybody's done that.
No, Ernie.
No. But not the answer I thought I'd get from him, Kenny.
Well, I hate to say this. You can't mention these two guys in the same name with Rubio, but Magic Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Magic Johnson is the guy. He's the guy who made the no-look pass.
Did you just mention Rubio and Magic on the same list?
I said I can't do that.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I'm
just making sure. Okay.
But Rubio's really good.
No, he's
But
good.
he's no Magic Johnson.
He's no Magic Johnson.
But he's pretty good.
Really good.
I'll leave it there.
And I'm with you on Pistol. He was the best.
He was the man.
It was great. That'll do it for us for here for now. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
We've got a capacity crowd inside Vivint Smart Home Arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Pacers are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. On paper, you'd give them the edge, but of course they're not taking anything for granted. They'll look to come out strong and prove they're the better team.
And right now for the Pacers, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season, unfortunately for the wrong reasons.
And, any fixes they've tried during the season have only compounded their problems.
Now let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder.
Well, guys, he told me that today is all about setting the tone for the rest of the season series with this team. He said they're going to be a tough opponent for us every time we see them, and we've got to let them know right now, today, that we're going to be just as tough for them. We'll find out, indeed, if they can set the right tone, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Clark, when you went up against another great forward in the league, what was your mindset?
One, I wanted to go right at him. I wanted to put him on his heels if I could. And then I also wanted to be attentive to trying to disrupt him and make him uncomfortable, because if you can get a guy off his game a little bit, that can serve you and your team well. So early, I wanted to get off to a good start, be physical, and try to assert my will in the matchup right away.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward position. Now, here's Ingles. 5 on the clock. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. They get it back. He can't hit that time. And so it's Indiana with it. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Good on the bucket.
Boy, you look at Young, and his vision is what stands out. For a player of his size, that's a nice added bonus.
Ingles with a screen on Bogdanovich. And Rubio kicks to Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Off target with his three. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Collison against Rubio. The feed now to Favors. And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Rubio.
4 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Here's Rubio.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Mitchell dishes to Gobert.
So good to see how determined Young is on defense. Does a nice job extending his arms to contest shots.
Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the night. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Rubio against Collison. Gobert with a screen on Bogdanovich. Gobert the screen. Rubio outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Can't get it to fall. Bogdanovich, know what?
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Here's Favors. Again, Favors missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The kick out to Young. No good on the 3. Utah trailing here. Rubio dishes to Favors. Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Utah. And Gobert kicks to Favors. Pass to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Oladipo. Mitchell. No good off the front iron. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to Charlotte.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that 3.
And you know what, Greg? You can't afford to be a one-function offense. You know what I mean? You've got to be versatile. Got to spread it out and mix it up inside, too.
Here's Rubio. After the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Rejected by Young.
Thaddeus Young using that expansive wingspan to put that shot in reverse.
Here is Favors. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Ingles can't get it to go.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Here's Ruby. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Rejected by Young.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Jazz trail by 6. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Oladipo, that falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got his 3rd assist on the night. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Second shot opportunity. That one misses. Ready by Bogdanovich.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Young passes to Collison. Young, a screen on Rubio. A drive by Collison. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. From deep Ingles. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. And the rejection by Favors. Inside. Here's Ingles. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The drive by Collison. Here's Oladipo. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. That free throw good from Oladipo. And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Tyreke Evans is checked in for Indiana. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Indiana.
And the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at that shot chart is just how little scoring they get from out above the free throw line extended three-point range. They've got to get more points from out high if they want to improve their offense.
Clock is at 3. Here's Exum. Here's Crowder. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Now here's Joseph. He's tightly guarded. Evans kicks to O'Quinn. Evans a screen on Burks. O'Quinn the pass to Joseph. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz trail by 9. The offensive rebound. No good. The Pacers have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Back to McDermott. Feeds it to O'Quinn. Evans with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Sabonis kicks to Evans. No good from outside. Utah's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by O'Quinn.
And you want to use the whole court. But you got to be careful with the long passes. Those are easier to pick off.
Joseph dishes to Evans. Banked in off the glass.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Udo, the pass to Crowder. Good. Crowder's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Evans. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Sabonis. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Sabonis has got his first 2 points.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
So here's Burks following the score by Indiana. Exum with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 to shoot. Leaner from distance. Utah with a fresh 24. Another shot. A putback. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Paul George traded away by the Pacers over the summer. A move they didn't want to make, but the writing was on the wall.
You know what? It's always hard, Kevin, to lose a superstar player, but the Pacers had really been unable to create a contender around Paul George, and therefore they had to trade him because they didn't think he was going to sign. As a matter of fact, he clearly stated he would not re-sign at the end of his contract with the Pacers. So traded to OKC. And Paul George still intrigued by the possibility of maybe playing for his hometown Lakers at the end of his contract.
And O'Quinn kicks to Joseph. There's the pick. It's rebounded by Udo.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
And he recovers it. Sabonis with the bucket.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
Jazz trail by 10. Exum dishes to Burks. Now Exum. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Udo. Burks on the wing. And the wide open shot from Crowder. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Kicks to O'Quinn. Down low. It's tipped. Utah has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. They set the pick. There's the dish to Udo. Here's Exum. Sent back.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, Greg. I mean, and as a result, falling behind here.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
That one misses for Evans.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreek Evans can play a few different spots for you, and he's got nice handles for a guy his size.
11 seconds left to play here in the first. Three seconds left, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Right back after this break. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
Yeah, it's been impressive for me too, Greg. I mean, they've snuffed out a lot of shots, and I think they've had an intimidating effect on the opponent.
Pacers leading by 6. On the court for Indiana. They've got Sabonis. Corey Joseph is out there with Tyreek Evans. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn, and it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. Now here's Evans. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
Burks, the pass to Udo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Clark, a lot of ways to initiate the offense. What's the one thing you look for in a playmaker for a team?
I think the willingness to give the ball up early and then to be able to understand what they're trying to get done offensively. So that comes back to basketball IQ, and we're assuming that the skill set is there. But to me, it's just understanding what you're trying to get every time down the floor, and then being able to initiate that with the pass or the dribble.
Free throw good. Udo.
And guys, it was just announced last season that the Jazz had transferred the team's ownership to a legacy trust intended to keep the team in Utah for generations to come. Apparently the move is a first of its kind in major North American pro sports.
And both free throws good for Udo. Greg, you look at the Jazz, that legacy trust means that all profits are reinvested right back into the team.
I mean, a tremendous move, recognizing that the team belongs to Utah and the people of Salt Lake City. This is truly a community asset.
Now Burks.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Utah with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. Burks kicks to Udo. Exum with a wide open look. No good on the triple. Pacers leading by 6. Evans outside. Picked by O'Quinn. Joseph, the pass to Sabonis. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
The Jazz have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Udo. Favors comes in for Crowder. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Cephalosha. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Exum.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. And the Pacers have lived on mid-range jump shots for sure.
Yeah, they've got guys who can make them now. I mean, nevertheless, the way the league's going, it's hard to score in an elite level without getting more threes and baskets at the rim. I mean, it's pretty clear that threes and paint points are how you survive and do well in the league.
He gets that one. And that's now 6 points for Derek Favors.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Young dishes to Turner. Back to Young. Turner with a screen on Gobert. Here's Young. Gobert with the block. Now here's Rubio. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. It's going to be Young shooting. They get Derek Favors. And the Pacers with a lot of scoring on their roster. Clark, how does Thaddeus Young blend into that?
Well, I think he's a scorer. He's a guy who does a lot of the intangibles. What I like about him is he's an excellent cutter. Plays well off the ball, so he doesn't always need it in his hands to be effective. And, you know, the Pacers looking to go more up-tempo. Higher scoring is kind of how they wanted to play. They went out and traded for Thaddeus Young, and he's been a great fit at the power forward spot.
Now, here's Rubio. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Gobert kicks to Favors. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Rubio against Collison. Now, here. Oh!
And when you give Oladipo a running start, he's going to torch you, plain and simple.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Rubio against Collison. Here's Favors. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bogdanovich, Ingles with the rebound. Jazz trail by 5. To the inside. And the layup is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pacers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No, if anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
The first one falls.
And, you know, Bojan Bogdanovic, not an elite athlete by NBA standards, but he's a live weapon because he can really shoot the ball and put it on the floor.
And so he makes both from the line. And Clark, when you look around the league today, is there a player that you watched and think, hey, yeah, that reminds me of how I used to play?
There are a number of guys that come to mind a little bit. Tobias Harris is an outstanding player, terrific young player and young man. Has a game similar to mine in that he's really versatile, does a lot of things well, not super flashy, but very productive. He comes to mind right off the top of my head currently.
Jazz trail by 5. Rubio with it. Now defended by Oladipo. And the basket by Rubio.
High percentage look there, guys. Rubio's best chance to score, and he maxed it out.
Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Collison kicks to Oladipo. That shot, no good. And Utah the other way now. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Favors. He kicks to Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. Favors with a screen on Young. Shot clock at 6. And Young comes over to help. Favors makes it off the glass. Favors got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Collison. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. Here's Bogdanovich, and he banks in the layup. Bogdanovich has got 10 points.
On the perimeter and on the inside, too, Bogdanovich able to put points on the board.
Mitchell kicks to Rubio. Favors with a screen on Collison. Goes up at the stripe. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Collison against Rubio. The drive by Collison. No one near Turner as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Favors. And Oladipo pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Young pass to Bogdanovich. The kick out to Collison. Bangs home the trifecta. Collison's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And Collison, I think, is at his best when he's shooting the ball from a set position. More of a set shooter than a guy who shoots it well on the move.
Now, here's Rubio. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. That misses off the backboard.
You know, Kevin, this team is struggling a bit right now. I mean, I hope he can find his rhythm and start making his shots out there soon. Otherwise, ...
Screen by Young. Collison against Ingles. Now here's Collison. Defense right on him. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a look here at the shot chart for the Jazz.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Jazz trail by 6. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's the screen, stolen by Collison. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Bogdanovich dishes to Young. Oladipo right side. Outside Bogdanovich. Turner inside. Gobert on him. Bogdanovich, know what? Jazz have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Mitchell's shot is good.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio with great vision and no hesitation on the delivery.
Now here's Collison. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And Bogdanovich kicks to Turner. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Pacers lead by 6.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Rubio the pass to Ingles. He dishes it to Favors. Turner with the steal. Collison against Rubio. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. It's Oladipo on the wing. Back to Bogdanovich. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, Clark, you've been in the booth for so long, but I have to ask, have you ever toyed with the idea of coaching or working in some team's front office? I know you did briefly for the Pacers.
Yeah, I did, and I enjoyed it. I was working in player relations, player development with our guys off the court, and loved it. But it just wasn't something I could sustain at this season in my life. Not interested in coaching. I've never really been, because my career path went towards broadcasting right after I got done playing, and I've paid my dues and have grown in this profession. And I would want to do the same thing in coaching, and I just don't have enough time in front of me to do that. So I'm happy to be around the game in this capacity. Coaching never lets up. I get an off season as a broadcaster.
Yes. The Pacers making a switch here. Sabonis, he's checked in for Turner. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Thaddeus Young. Evans, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Offensive rebound. Crowder kicks to Burks. Back to Crowder. Exum dishes to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. Burks a screen on Evans. And there's the pass to Exum. 5 to shoot. Over Joseph. Udo kicks to Cephalosha. Burks against Evans. Pass to Exum. And here's Udo. The feed to Exum. And another shot. And the jumper is good. And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leaving. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
Jazz trail by 6. Crowder, the pass to Exum. Udo kicks to Cephalosha. Feeds it to Udo. Passes to Cephalosha. They set the pick. Left side Crowder. A baseline J. Crowder with another miss.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
Joseph dishes to O'Quinn. Stolen by Exum. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. It's deflected. Outside Bogdanovich. On the wing, Evans. Burks covering. Here's Bogdanovich. Utah with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Udo kicks to Burks. Pass to Exum. Second shot opportunity, and it comes off the front of the rim. Pacers leading by 6. And O'Quinn kicks to Joseph. And it's Evans in the corner. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Evans.
And if there's a path to the hoop, you can bet Evans is going to try and find it. He stays in constant motion, looking to get to the basket and finish at the rim.
With some arc, and the layup is up and in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And it's Joseph in the corner. Off target from outside. And so it's the Indiana Pacers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back.
Ken,
as we break down the action. Indiana did not hesitate to set the pace. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. Once they got on the scoreboard, they were relentless at staying out in front, never once letting the lead change hands. The story of the second quarter was not much different. as the scoring was even and they were able to close out the half, maintaining a 6-point lead. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
That's it for now, as the second half's just about ready to go.
The streets and buildings of Salt Lake City lit up gorgeously as we welcome you back to the action here in Utah. And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. Bojan Bogdanovic with a strong contribution so far in this one.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And Turner kicks to Bogdanovic. Back to Turner. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. A lot of optimism around young big man Miles Turner. Nate McMillan compared him to LaMarcus Aldridge, who, of course, McMillan coached in Portland. Clark, can you see that?
Oh, no doubt. Both are 6'11"-ish, and both can really shoot the ball. Turner may be a better three-point shooter right now than Aldridge, but I think he's got to grow into being more effective in the post.
Shooting 2.
He's more of a rim protector right now than Aldridge, but like L.A., I think he has a chance to be an all-star.
And the first one drops.
At 6'11" and 243 pounds, Turner is physically imposing. He's a big man, though, with a delicate shooting touch from outside.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And, you know, Miles Turner, a 5-star recruit coming out of Trinity High School near Dallas, was Big 12 Freshman of the Year at the University of Texas. And he keeps working, and he's getting better and better and has all-star potential.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Free throw good. Rubio. And Clark, you've been around the Pacers. What are your impressions of Miles Turner?
Great maturity for his age. Humble, hard-working, hungry, smart. And I think he wants to be great. That's all good stuff.
And taking a look here at some stats for Young. How last month turned out for him. He's getting around 8 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Now, here's Rubio. To the wing right side. Turner comes with the double team. Inside, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out, and to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
Now, here's Rubio. Kicks it to Favors. Over Young. Doesn't go for him. Indiana leading by 4. Turner with the screen. The drive by Collison. Can't make good off the pick.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot. And if you're a pro, you need to make that. The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
The Pacers shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Outside, Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich sets the pick for Young. Back to Bogdanovich. And stolen by Favors. Here's Rubio. 5 points in the game. Favors with the screen. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 will put him in a rough, tough spot.
McDermott's checked in for Bogdanovich. Indiana leading. A drive by Collison. Poked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Let's quickly now take a peek at the league leaders in blocks. Rudy Gobert, 3rd.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Now here's Oladipo. He's got 9. The drive by Collison. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Collison's got 5 points so far.
Sensing the opportunity there, Collison sneaking inside for the finish.
Rubio against Collison. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's good on the way in. 12 points for him.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Collison against Rubio. The drive by Collison. Banked in off the glass. Collison's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And Collison's quickness enabling him to slice to the rim there.
Rubio outside. There's the dish to Ingles. Gobert with a screen on Collison. Gobert the screen. Here's Favors. Utah gets it back.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Here's Collison. They get a hand on it. He had stolen by Ingles. Collison against Rubio. And here's Ingles outside. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Oladipo kicks to Collison. Top of the key. And there's the foul. And Darren Collison picks it up. That's his 1st foul. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. It's stolen by Oladipo. To the paint. And the basket by Collison. Collison's got 6 in the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pacers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Here's Turner after Darren Collison's bucket. There's the 3. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Favors with a screen on Collison. And Rubio kicks to Favors. And he banks in the layup. Favors got 14 points. And Nate McMillan, formerly an assistant in Indiana, now the head coach. Do you think it's tough to succeed another head coach that, Clark, you worked under?
I imagine there would be some awkwardness there, but in his case, it wasn't a mid-season transition. It was at the end of a season, so that certainly helps. Frank Vogel simply wasn't re-signed, was not fired, was not replaced, just wasn't re-signed. And I think all of that made it a little easier for Nate.
Turner passes to McDermott. With the teardrop, here's Young. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Favors. Shot from 12. Offensive rebound. Here's Mitchell. Guarded by Oladipo. Gobert with a screen on Oladipo. Favors with the screen. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. A second chance effort. Here's Ingles. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
First one falls for him. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Udo's checked in for Gobert. Jay Crowder comes in for Derek Favors. Alec Burks checked in for Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Young. Tyreek Evans is checked in for Oladipo. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Pacers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Evans outside. Evans a screen on Crowder. And O'Quinn kicks to McDermott. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 3. Utah has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Crowder kicks to Burks. Nice ball movement by Utah. They get it back. Udo gets the bucket. Udo's got 6.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
Here's Joseph. Plays it up and banks it in.
Hey, and when guys at this level are that close to the basket, they ain't missing. I mean, especially when there's no defense in the neighborhood.
Udo kicks to Burks. Dishes it to Udo. Now here's Exum. He's covered by Joseph. Shot clock at 5. Exum, he's open and misses it off the right side of the rim. Indiana leading by 3. Sabonis, the pass to McDermott, and out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Favors.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward, because the 3-ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
For Utah, they've gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. There's the pick. Crowder kicks to Udo. He feeds it to Exum. Left side, Crowder all alone. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 9 points in the game so far. And
good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Joseph. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the shot goes in. And the Pacers lead by 3. Here's Exum. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Burks kicks to Ingles. He dishes it to Crowder. Now here's Exum. Guarded closer. From deep, Ingles. It's rebounded by Indiana. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's McDermott. Ingles covering. Crowder with the steal. Here's Exum. Finished off the break. Exum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Now here's Joseph. Here's Sabonis, and he stuffs that one.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
And Utah making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. Bogdanovich is checked in. Here's Evans after Dante Exum's bucket. Evans outside. There's the pass to Sabonis. Comes up empty off the pick.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
And so it's Indiana with it after Dante Exum's bucket. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Picked by O'Quinn. Evans dishes to O'Quinn. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So O'Quinn nails both of them. Utah's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Exum kicks to Crowder. A minute 20 left to play in the 3rd. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now.
And like you said, they're up there in points off turnovers. They apply pressure, always ready to pounce on a mistake and take advantage.
The Jazz have shot 6 or 7 at the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Udo. 1:15 left to play here in the 3rd. Now here's Joseph. Tight defense on him. Evans kicks to Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Evans outside. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Bogdanovich, no luck.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Burks. He has 5. There's a screen. The 3 from Cephalosha, and no good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
Yeah, and Greg, this is a big game for both teams. I mean, they don't see each other often, and you know they both want to get a win in this one.
Now here's Exum. He's covered by Joseph. Here's Udo. The shot will not fall. Bogdanovich, and that one is off. Back to the action after this word. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Our activity defensively has been great. Active hands. Okay, the other thing is it's allowing us the defensive rebound. Okay, so keep attacking the defensive rebound.
And Quinn Snyder really focusing on stops and limiting the other side to 1 shot per possession.
And that's his calling card. Terrific defensive coach, demands excellence from his guys on that end of the floor.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. On the court right now for the Pacers. Corey Joseph is out there with Evans. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Sabonis in at the 5. Connects from 3-point range. Bogdanovich has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Pacers. Exum kicks to Crowder. Puts it up from 12. That's short off the rim.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
Pass to Evans. Kick by O'Quinn. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Tyreke Evans, the 4th pick back in 2009, won Rookie of the Year.
Averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists right off the bat. And it's been about the injuries in terms of what's held him back. If he can stay healthy, and that's a big if, the talent is obvious.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Throw good. Tyreke Evans. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Udo. Favors comes in for Jay Crowder. Mitchell, he's checked in for Burks. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. The Pacers also changing it up. Turner's checked in for Sabonis. Young comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Rubio against Collison. Rubio the pass to Favors. Gobert the screen. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And the first one at the line is good. The Pacers making a switch here. Oladipo's checked in. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Over Bogdanovich. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
And Oladipo has it in the corner. Back to Collison. Indiana moving the ball around. And Turner kicks to Oladipo. And finished off by Oladipo.
You know, you got to give it up for Oladipo, being able to maintain his poise and not letting the contact bother him. That's good concentration.
Here's Mitchell. Gobert, the screen. There's the screen. Inside. Favors. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, how about the physical play by Rubio to set that shot up with the screen?
Rubio against Collison. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison, his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
No good on the free throw.
Boy, you go back to Darren Collison's career at UCLA, very distinguished, and he's turned himself into a starting caliber pro, too.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. There's a good screen. There's the feed to Favors. Shoots over Turner, and he can't bank that one in. Oladipo goes in and finished off by Oladipo.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Jazz trail by 8. Favors with a screen on Collison. To the middle, layup off the pick. And it's Favors laying it in. Favors got 9 points here in the second half. The Pacers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Turner with the screen. The drive by Collison. Gobert with the block. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got another fast break chance. Here's Mitchell. Tips it up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
They are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
And the first one at the line is good. And Gobert drops them both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Rubio against Collison. He kicks it to Bogdanovich. It's Oladipo on the wing. Feeds it to Turner. 4 on the shot clock. But he recovers it. Jacks up a 3. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Turner. Turner's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Now, here's Rubio. Good work defensively by Turner. Pacers leading by 7. Oladipo dishes to Young. Took him no time at all on that one.
Outstanding anticipation that time from Oladipo, seeing the floor extremely well and then zipping the pass over to the open man.
Mitchell kicks to Favors. Over Turner. He drains it from the right block. And that's 21 points for Derek Favors. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's the screen. Now, here's Oladipo. Defense right on him. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Utah calls timeout.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. Three-pointers have hurt them tonight, and he told his players, we've got to play them better on the three-point line. We can't give them any more clean looks. Kevin?
Thank you, David. 5 on the clock. Gobert, the screen. The wide open look here for Ingles. No good on the triple. Indiana leading by 10. And Bogdanovich kicks to Collison. To the inside, and Turner throws it down.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
So it's the Jazz now. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Rubio, and it's sent back by Turner. Passes it to Oladipo. Collison against Rubio. Collison, the pass to Bogdanovich. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 5 assists in the game. Jazz trail by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The first free throw is good. He's off on the second. Clark, when we talk about the importance of what a player can do, how important is it for a player to know what they cannot do?
Very important. Understanding who you are and what your skill set is and how that fits with your team, critically important. Not only knowing it, but then embracing your role within your particular limitations, skill set, and teamwork.
Here is Rubio after Darren Collison's bucket. Favors with a screen on Young. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Pass to Favors. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Oladipo. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's on Thaddeus Young. The first one falls. And Mitchell drops them both. Indiana leading by 13. Oladipo with the ball. Outside Collison. Here's Turner. The kick out to Oladipo. The three-pointer no good. Utah shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Buries the long-range jumper. Mitchell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Collison kicks to Turner. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Young dishes to Oladipo. Young passes to Bogdanovich. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Utah with the rebound.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding it.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Now, here's Rubio. Back to Favors. Turner comes with the double team. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Top of the key. Goes back up. That's in the Pacer lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Rudy Gobert.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Screen by Young. Turner with a screen for Collison. Out to Turner. Off the pick. Misses off the right eye.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Rubio against Collison. Now the dish to Favors. The rebound by Young. Pacers leading by 8. Bogdanovich passes to Oladipo. And again, unable to change momentum here. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Rubio with it. Picked up by Collison. Mitchell dishes to Favors. Turner comes with the double team. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Rebound, Utah. Favors has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Rubio, the pass to Ingles. Looking for Favors. He gets it there. Again, Favors missing. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Collison kicks to Young. Indiana moving it around. Screen by Young. Right side, Collison. 4 on the clock. Young dishes to Collison. Shoots over Rubio. No good off the front iron. Jazz trail by 8. He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Good on both.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
I I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now here's Collison. Here's Oladipo, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Boy, it's hard to overstate the strength of Oladipo. Sometimes you just can't shake this guy off his shot.
That's good from Oladipo.
Oladipo's become a very efficient combo guard, somebody who can score the ball at a high clip as well as get the ball to open teammates when necessary.
They set the pick. Here's Favors, kicks it to Mitchell. Favors with a screen on Oladipo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. So he gets them both. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They lead by 7. 1:15 left in the game. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Miles Turner.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives it. He is really fed off that. .115 left in the 4th quarter. Rubio against Collison. Collison with the screen for Oladipo. It's over Rubio. And the shot no good, a bit short. And it's Utah's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. And here's Ingles outside. Buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Collison kicks to Young. There's the pick. Turner against Gobert. The kick out to Oladipo. Clock at 6. Back to Turner. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And the Pacers lead by 6. Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
36 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Favors. That one doesn't drop. So Indiana will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Utah calls timeout. They trail by 8. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. .27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's stolen by Oladipo. And now here comes Young leading the break. Can't get it to fall. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be. Now Collison. So it's Indiana picking up the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Victor, what does tonight's performance say about the confidence of this team?
Just we're pretty good. We play great together, you know, and we play well together as a team. So when we do that, it's easier for us to beat teams.
Victor Wondermatha, thank you, my man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.